The disappearance of Jay Slater. As the search for his son in Tenerife entered its second week, the father of missing British teenager Jay Slater called his experience a living hell, adding that he just wants him found. A week after his disappearance, local police have stated that nothing is ruled out in the ongoing search for Jay Slater. The 19-year-old from Oswaldtwistle, Lancashire, vanished in Tenerife after he missed a bus and tried to walk back to his lodging. Before going missing, he had gone to the NRG music festival on the island with 2 friends. According to recently discovered video, the man may be seen dancing in a nightclub just hours before he vanished. An eyewitness said that Mr. Slater was seen early on Monday in the Papagayo Club in Playa de las Americas. The 20-year-old man claimed he was recording people dancing so he could remember the moment when everyone was having a great time. He remarked that he saw a man staggering around in front of him, and this was in reference to Mr. Slater. As the frantic hunt for the missing man in Tenerife began its second week, Jay Slater's last known movements were mapped. The 19-year-old from the Lancashire village of Oswaldtwistle disappeared on the Spanish island last Monday morning, sparking a massive search effort. As concerns for the British teenager increase, police, firefighters, sniffing dogs, and volunteers gathered once more on Saturday to resume the search. On Sunday night, Mr. Slater and 2 friends went to the New Generation rave music event in Playa de las Americas. Mr. Slater named Parque Rural de Teno Buenavista del Norte, a lonely region to the north of the island, noted for its untamed and barren environment, in his final Snapchat message, which was posted at 7:30 on Monday morning. Without recognizing the distance from his flat in the popular Los Cristianos neighborhood, he is thought to have driven to an Airbnb there early on Monday morning with 2 guys he met at the event. Mr. Slater informed his friend Lucy Law, who had also attended the event, that he had missed his bus and would be walking the 11 hours back to his lodging. This happened at approximately 8:15 in the morning. He told her he didn't know where he was, had injured his leg on a cactus, was dehydrated, and didn't have enough battery life left in his phone to use a map app. His relatives and friends didn't hear from him again after this. Ofelia Medina Hernandez, whose brother owns the cottage where Mr. Slater's 2 new acquaintances were staying, is the one who last saw Mr. Slater. She claimed he had inquired about bus schedules, but that based on what she later witnessed, he had apparently opted not to wait the 2 hours for a bus to take him into town. At 8:50 in the morning, Mr. Slater's phone logged his last location in the hilly Rural de Teno National Park, a favourite destination for hikers. When last seen, he had on a black purse, shorts, trainers and a white t-shirt. Nothing further has been found about him. A large tract of land in and around the village of Masca was searched by search and rescue personnel. Teams conducting searches have focused their attention on tiny, remote structures around the Tenerife location where his phone last made contact. In Rural de Teno Park, officers from the Guardia Civil in the Canary Islands were observed circling 2 buildings at the bottom of a valley. After several days of searching the town of Masca and the surrounding area, all efforts seem to be directed towards that one location. On the 7th day of the search for Mr. Slater, people were seen outside one of the smaller buildings peering into blue barrels. The last image of Chris Kremers. Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon, 2 Dutch vacationers, were hiking in Panama in April 2014, but they never came back. Officials discovered their bleached bones and unsettling photos months later. Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon went for a walk with the host family's dog on April 1, 2014, through the beautiful woodlands surrounding the Baru volcano in Boquete, Panama. Students Kremers and Froon were from the Dutch city of Amersfoort. Their trip to Panama was meant to be a combination vacation and volunteer experience, and they had spent 6 months organizing it. In addition to assisting with local children, teaching arts and crafts, and studying Spanish, they intended to spend some time hiking and exploring. As part of a backpacking mission trip, the 2 women had been hiking through the Panamanian forest for the previous 2 weeks. They planned to stay with their host family for the next 4 weeks in order to volunteer at a nearby school. But on April 1st at 11 in the morning, they said goodbye to their family and were never seen again. The women had posted on Facebook about their plans to take a tour of the nearby village. In their letter, they added that before starting their walk, they had brunch with 2 other Dutchmen. The host family became aware of a problem on April 1st evening. Their dog had come back all right, but by himself. The girls had vanished from sight. The host family decided to hold off on calling the police until the next morning, after searching the neighborhood around their house. The host family notified the authorities on April 2nd after Kremers and Froon failed to show up for a scheduled private walking tour of Boquete with a local tour guide. The following morning, villagers searched the settlement and the areas with light forest cover, in addition to conducting an airborne search of the forest. The two women were still unaccounted for as of April 6th. The families of Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon, fearing the worst, took a plane to Panama and brought detectives from the Netherlands with them. They scoured the jungles for 10 days with the assistance of dog teams and local police. Weeks passed, and after 10 weeks, neither Kremers nor Froon had made an appearance. Then, a local woman handed in a blue rucksack, saying she had found it in a rice paddy by the river, just as police were winding down their search. Lisanne Froon's passport, 2 pairs of sunglasses, $83 in cash, a water bottle and 2 bras were all found inside the backpack. Most significantly, Froon's camera and the cell phones of the 2 women were also found inside. Police looked into the cameras and phones right away, and they found some unsettling evidence. The women had vanished, but the phones had been working for nearly 10 days. There had been 77 attempts in just 4 days to contact the police, using both the Panamanian emergency number and the Dutch emergency number. Police were able to piece together a rough timeline of the girls' disappearance from the forests by using the call data. All of these attempts failed because of the dense vegetation. Only one of the 77 calls succeeded in connecting, and that one ended after a mere 2 seconds. Additionally, the police found that Kremers' phone had been repeatedly unlocked using the wrong PIN on April 6th. It never again got the right number, and by April 11th, neither phone was working. The footage captured on video was far more unsettling than the disturbing information contained in the call log. The women had started for their walk early on April 1st, and those were the first pictures captured by the camera. Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon were pictured in the images hiking close to the Continental Divide, but nothing about them raised any red flags with the authorities. The second batch of pictures, though, raised some concerns. The images, which were taken on April 8 between the hours of 1 and 4 in the morning, showed the girls' possessions strewn among rocks, plastic bags and candy wrappers, as well as strangely arranged heaps of dirt, a mirror, and most worrisome of all, the back of Chris Kremers' head, with blood seeping from her temple. Following a search of the location where the backpack was discovered, law enforcement discovered Kremers' clothes, neatly folded along the river. A foot that was still in a boot and a pelvic bone were discovered in the same location 2 months later. The 2 women's bones were found soon after that. Chris Kremers' bones seemed bleached and were a striking white color. The villagers, tour operators, and other hikers who had been in the vicinity at the time were questioned by the police, but they were left with little solid evidence of what had transpired other than the call logs and images. The passings and disappearance of Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon are still an ongoing mystery. Creepy humanoid caught on camera. In the annals of unidentified aerial phenomena, few incidents have captured the imagination and curiosity of both researchers and the public, like the mysterious humanoid-shaped objects sighted above Nuevo León, Mexico. In 2006, this compelling event, which unfolded over the city and surrounding areas, stands as a testament to the mysterious nature of UFO encounters and the profound questions they raise about our understanding of the universe and potential extraterrestrial visitation. The sightings over Nuevo León occurred during the early hours of a clear morning in the summer of 2006. Multiple witnesses reported observing humanoid-shaped objects hovering silently in the sky, characterized by their distinct human-like form and unusual maneuverability. Accounts described these entities as elongated figures with discernible limbs, resembling silhouettes or outlines against the backdrop of the morning sky. The UFO Mexican Club captured what looks to be an object or entity floating over the Nuevo León highlands on camera. The thing seems to be moving straight ahead, parallel to the top of the mountain. This was mistakenly called a witch by the Mexican press very quickly. Media reports about the witches of Monterrey proliferated. Reports of in-person meetings with these alleged witches began to surface as the media began to focus on the town and its residents. Two tales of two police officers having a close contact with these entities grabbed headlines. Santa Catarina, California, Officer Gerardo Garza reported sighting two entities that had a resemblance to the popular image of a witch, complete with a bonnet or cape and long fingernails, flying on a broom. Officer Garza said that he saw these two things floating around a nearby cemetery while conducting a normal inspection of an abandoned area. They were described by the officer as being feminine and coated in what looked like feathers. Another cop from another district had an even more scary encounter. One of these entities attacked Guadalupe officer Leonardo Samaniego. Officer Samaniego, who is shown on camera shaking immediately after the incident, says that the creature fell from a tree onto the bonnet of his car while he was on patrol. The entity, according to the officer, has feminine characteristics. He also says that it has dark skin and big eyes, clad in what seemed like a cloak. After that, he says, the thing put its hand on the windscreen, and that's when he passed out. All he can recall is waking up in his squad car, vest and shirt wrinkled. He dialed for support and emergency medical help. To record the aftermath, camera crews were present. One of the most compelling aspects of the Nuevo León sightings was the consistency of witness testimonies across different locations throughout the city. Witnesses from various neighborhoods reported similar details, including the object's size, shape, and behavior. Many described feeling a sense of awe and disbelief as they watched the humanoid forms hover motionless or move with fluid grace through the air, defying conventional aircraft capabilities. Video footage and photographs captured by witnesses further substantiated the reports, showing dark, humanoid shapes against the bright morning sky. These visual records, though often grainy or indistinct due to the limitations of recording technology at the time, provided crucial evidence of the phenomenon and contributed to the broader investigation by ufologists and researchers. In the aftermath of the sightings, local authorities and media outlets in Nuevo León were inundated with inquiries and requests for information about the mysterious objects. Residents sought explanations for what they had witnessed, while scientists and experts in UFO research scrambled to analyze the available evidence and formulate hypotheses about the nature and origin of the humanoid-shaped entities. Mysterious figure seen in abandoned military ship. When a man took a mysterious photograph while working on an old military boat, he later realized that something had been inadvertently recorded in the backdrop. The eyewitness stated that they work at sea. The photograph initially appeared online in August of 2014. They entered the dry dock to perform repairs and a refit, and when a ship is placed in a lock, its gates are closed. All of the water is pumped out, and the ship is left high and dry, or on the blocks, allowing for hull inspections and repairs. An outdated military frigate that was being dismantled for scrap was next to them. This boat was there almost 2 weeks before them. The crew abandoned the old ship to her destiny once the frigate was dry and on the blocks. A sad scene, but such is life. The dock workers could resume their work when all the delicate items had been taken out. J. John, the dock foreman, was the first to board, carrying a camera to snap images of the work areas. It's estimated that he took a couple hundred photographs, and this was one of them. After he showed his boss all the photos, the boss immediately called John and questioned why there was a guy with the axe at the edge of the camera. John was perplexed because he had not seen anyone on the ship. Deep within the ship, in a cross passageway, was where this photo was taken. He carried a torch and a camera with him, and whenever he went to snap a picture, he would switch off the torch, leaving him completely in the dark. He would then switch the torch back on and head out. The police were notified right away as the ship was military. The cops showed there and conducted their own inquiry. They discovered no evidence of human habitation aboard the ship, and it's also noteworthy that there was a single CCTV-covered gangway for passengers to board and exit the ship. Since there was a 25-meter drop, it seemed quite unlikely that someone would jump from the side. The disappearance of Finn Creaney in the Scottish Highlands. On Friday, March 25, 2022, at around 2 in the afternoon, Finn Creaney, aged 32, left on a walk. He was dropped off to begin his intended walking path around Loch Narva and south to Golspie on the public road in Sutherland, Scotland. He circled the region between Altnahara and Golspie on his hiking trip. An avid outdoorsman and survivalist, Finn created the Wildcat Bushcraft YouTube channel in January 2021 to share his wilderness survival skills and the stunning Scottish Highlands landscape. His capacity to construct makeshift shelters and endure below-freezing weather was demonstrated in multiple of his movies. Finn was last seen on March 25, 2022, despite his survivalist skills. 10 months later, despite a significant search effort, he is still missing, and no information concerning his whereabouts has been discovered. That March 2022 weekend had unseasonably high temperatures. Finn intended to embark on one of his frequent solitary forays into the bush. He was a seasoned and self-assured survivor who felt completely at ease in the outdoors. He planned to travel to the Loch Nava region, which was roughly an hour's drive from his rural Tain, Scotland Highlands home. That Friday morning, he bid farewell to his wife Lucy and their 4-year-old daughter Luna. Finn then drove us to the Golspie Beach parking lot, which was about 17 miles away. With the intention of retrieving it after his hike, he parked his car there. At 2:15, a family member left Finn off at a caravan park on the B Road, and this was the last confirmed sighting of Finn. At 12:52 on Friday, March 25th, he called Lucy and said that he is so proud of her and that he loves her very much. He committed to returning home by Sunday lunchtime to deliver the Mother's Day flowers her customers had ordered, and she was starting a new company as a florist. Finn never broke a commitment, and his wife said he was never late home. At 1:47 near the village of Lairge, Finn's phone stopped working, and no more texts were transmitted. The phone was either malfunctioning or had run out of juice. Since Lucy knew Finn would be using his phone to video his experience for YouTube and navigation, Lucy said she could see that the messages she had sent him later that afternoon and evening hadn't been read. At the time, she didn't overthink it because she believed he would be all right. However, he wasn't. Although it was uncomfortable, Lucy began to worry on Sunday night that Finn hadn't arrived by midday and believed his walk had lasted longer than anticipated. But by 6:30 in the evening, she was becoming concerned. Although she assumed his phone had died and he was unable to contact her, the silence worried her. Lucy called the school where Finn works, instructing kids in bushcraft, early on Monday morning. After telling her he wasn't, they went and looked around the entire school, called her again, and made sure he wasn't there. Then she called the police and reported that Finn was gone. Finn was described as 5'11", slender, fair-skinned, and sporting freckles on his nose and arms. He has a full, short-length brown beard and long brown hair that reaches his lower back. When last seen, he had on a brown leather jacket that reached his knees, dark trousers, brown waterproof boots, and a green knapsack. It is assumed that he was carrying a camera, or cameras, since he was going to record a YouTube video. With the assistance of the Air Support Unit and other partner organisations, such as the Coast Guard and Mountain Rescue, police scoured the area in Sutherland between Altnahara and Golspie. For 3 to 4 weeks, there was no evidence of Finn or his gear. Finn never made the decision to go missing on purpose, and there was no indication that he was experiencing anything that would cause him to do something drastic. In addition to having a solid relationship with his family, he had been married in 2021 and been with his wife for 9 years. After the official search was concluded, Finn's family made every effort to locate him, including many ground searches, poster campaigns, social media pleas, internet searches, and research. However, there were no confirmed sightings, with the exception of a few bikers who claimed to have seen Finn at approximately 3:45 in the afternoon, about 3 miles down the road from the location where he was handed off, and who claimed he appeared happy. Others have come forward with their own sightings, but they don't match. The Paris Catacombs, a vast subterranean labyrinth beneath the streets of Paris, have long captured the imagination of adventurers, historians, and thrill-seekers alike. Originally built as quarries to mine limestone during the Roman era, the catacombs were later repurposed as a mass burial site in the 18th century, housing the remains of more than 6 million Parisians. In the 1990s, chilling found footage emerged, capturing the harrowing journey of a man who got lost within the catacombs and was never seen again. The Paris catacombs encompass more than 200 miles of underground tunnels, chambers and galleries, making it one of the largest ossuaries in the world. Over the centuries, the catacombs have served various purposes, from a clandestine meeting place for revolutionaries during the French Revolution to a hideout for members of the French resistance during World War II. Despite the fascinating history of the catacombs, their vast and labyrinth nature presents a significant danger to those who venture off the designated paths. The maze of tunnels can be disorienting, and inexperienced explorers run the risk of becoming lost or trapped within the catacombs. In the early 1990s, a group of Parisian catacomb explorers, known as cataphiles, stumbled upon a discarded video camera deep within the tunnels. The camera contained a chilling piece of found footage, which captured the journey of an unidentified man as he ventured deeper into the catacombs, eventually becoming disoriented and lost. The footage shows the man's mounting panic and desperation as he navigates the seemingly endless maze of tunnels, before ultimately abandoning his camera and disappearing into the darkness. The found footage was later aired in a 2000 documentary titled The Forbidden Paris Catacombs, sparking widespread interest and speculation about the identity and fate of the lost explorer. The authenticity of the found footage has been a subject of debate among skeptics and enthusiasts alike. While some believe the footage to be a genuine documentation of the man's harrowing experience, others have argued that it could be an elaborate hoax staged to create a sensational story. Nevertheless, the footage has prompted numerous investigations and search efforts to uncover the identity of the lost explorer and determine his ultimate fate. Despite these efforts, the man's identity remains unknown, and no trace of him has been found within the catacombs. Several theories have been proposed to explain the man's disappearance, ranging from the possibility that he succumbed to hypothermia or dehydration in the tunnels, to the more sinister notion that he was intentionally led astray by malicious individuals or supernatural forces. Nonetheless, the existence of the footage can be supported by an argument, given that no one has come forward to claim the ownership of it ever since it was initially broadcasted almost 2 decades ago. Even those involved in the documentary haven't made much noise around it, leading many to believe that it's unlikely that they're benefiting from it financially. Assuming the authenticity of the found footage, the main concern is to uncover the fate of the individual. Investigating this specific topic has posed difficulties in terms of reliable sources, given the scarcity of information available. Although various sources have linked paranormal activity to the video, researchers who live close to the area believe that a more plausible explanation can be derived. The catacombs consist of tunnels that extend for 150 to 200 miles, making it easy to become disoriented and lost. As evident from past rescues of stranded teenagers, it's not uncommon for people to lose their way amidst the catacombs. With temperatures averaging at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, it's possible that the man in the video lost his bearings and eventually succumbed to hypothermia. The enigma of the found footage of the lost Paris catacombs explorer continues to captivate and mystify those who delve into the dark history of this subterranean ossuary. The chilling footage serves as a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in venturing into the catacombs, as well as a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. The fate of the lost explorer remains a mystery, shrouded in the shadows of the Parisian underworld and the murky depths of human imagination. The chilling atmosphere and macabre history of this subterranean world have given rise to countless legends, ghost stories, and tales of supernatural encounters. The Paris catacombs originated as limestone quarries during the Roman era, supplying materials for the city's construction. By the 18th century, Paris was grappling with the issue of overcrowded cemeteries, particularly the Central Cemetery of the Innocents, which was becoming a public health hazard. To address this problem, authorities decided to convert the abandoned quarries into an ossuary, a process that began in 1786 and continued until the mid-19th century. The bones from the overcrowded cemeteries were transported to the catacombs with great ceremony, blessed by priests and carefully arranged in artistic patterns. The dark, labyrinthine nature of the catacombs, combined with their macabre history, has fostered an atmosphere ripe for supernatural speculation. Over time, numerous legends have emerged, with some claiming that the tunnels are haunted by the spirits of those whose remains lie within, while others speak of the ghosts of revolutionaries and members of the French resistance who once sought refuge in the tunnels. Many visitors have reported inexplicable occurrences, such as sudden drops in temperature, unexplained noises, and even apparitions. Some believe that the spirits trapped within the tunnels are restless and tormented, drawn to the living who venture into their realm. In addition to ghostly encounters, there are also tales of mysterious creatures dwelling in the depths of the tunnels, further fueling the supernatural aura that surrounds this subterranean world. These legends have been perpetuated and amplified by popular culture, with the tunnels serving as the setting for numerous novels, films, and television shows that explore the theme of the haunted and the unknown. The Paris catacombs continue to captivate and intrigue visitors from around the world, drawn to their chilling history and the potential for supernatural encounters. The legends of the haunted catacombs also serve as a source of inspiration for those seeking to delve into the realms of the paranormal. Many ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts have ventured into the tunnels, armed with equipment designed to detect and document supernatural phenomena, in the hope of capturing definitive evidence of the spirits that are said to dwell within. The haunting history of the Paris catacombs is a testament to the enduring fascination with the unknown and the supernatural. The chilling atmosphere, combined with the macabre history of this subterranean world, has given rise to countless legends and ghost stories that continue to captivate the imagination. As a site of cultural and historical significance, the catacombs serve as a powerful reminder of the mysteries of the afterlife, drawing visitors from around the world. Today, the tunnels house the remains of an estimated 6 million people, making them one of the largest ossuaries in the world. The tunnels are a significant cultural and historical site, offering a unique window into the city's past. They serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the passage of time. Each year, thousands of tourists descend into the depths of the catacombs, eager to experience the eerie atmosphere and learn about their history. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in cataphiles, urban explorers who venture off the designated paths to explore the forbidden sections of the catacombs. While these adventures can be thrilling, they are also dangerous, as the tunnels can be disorienting and treacherous. Many who've explored the tunnels have said that there's evidence of residual haunting. Residual haunting is a term used in the field of paranormal research to describe a type of haunting that is believed to be a mere playback of past events, rather than an active interaction with an intelligent spirit. This phenomenon has been the subject of much debate and speculation among paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Residual haunting is a phenomenon in which seemingly paranormal occurrences appear to be replaying events from the past, often in a repetitive and consistent manner. These hauntings are believed to be the result of powerful emotions or traumatic experiences that have left an indelible imprint on the environment, causing the events to replay like a recording. Unlike traditional hauntings, which involve an intelligent spirit actively interacting with the living, residual hauntings are thought to be devoid of any conscious presence. Instead, they are said to be merely an echo of the past, with no ability to interact or communicate with the living. The concept of residual haunting has led to several theories attempting to explain the phenomenon. One popular explanation is the stone tape theory, which posits that certain materials, such as stone or metal, can absorb and store the energy of past events. When the right conditions are present, this stored energy may be released, allowing the events to replay in a seemingly paranormal manner. Another theory suggests that residual hauntings may be the result of a psychic imprint left by powerful emotions or experiences. This psychic energy may become embedded in the environment and can be perceived by individuals who are sensitive to such energy, resulting in the perception of a haunting. It is important to note that these theories, while intriguing, remain speculative and have not been empirically proven. Critics argue that the concept of residual haunting may be an attempt to rationalize seemingly inexplicable phenomena, attributing them to natural or psychological causes rather than supernatural intervention. The concept of residual haunting has found its way into various forms of popular culture, including literature, film, and television. Stories of residual hauntings often focus on the eerie nature of witnessing past events unfold, as if they were occurring in real time, with the characters in the story struggling to understand and come to terms with the phenomenon. These tales often serve as a metaphor for the enduring power of the past and its ability to continue to impact the present. Additionally, the concept of residual haunting can serve as a source of inspiration for those interested in exploring the mysterious and unknown realms of the paranormal. The existence of residual hauntings remains a contentious issue, with skeptics arguing that such phenomena can be more readily explained by psychological factors, such as suggestibility and the power of expectation, rather than supernatural intervention. However, proponents of the residual haunting theory point to the consistency and specificity of reported experiences as evidence of a genuine paranormal phenomenon. While definitive proof of residual hauntings remains elusive, the concept continues to fascinate and captivate those interested in exploring the mysteries of the paranormal world. Residual haunting is a captivating concept that offers a unique perspective on the nature of paranormal phenomena. While the existence of residual hauntings remains a topic of debate and speculation, the concept continues to intrigue and inspire those interested in the paranormal world. Whether seen as echoes of the past, psychic imprints, or a mere figment of the imagination, residual hauntings serve as a powerful reminder of the enduring fascination with the unknown and the mysterious world beyond our understanding. This hiker posted an interesting photograph to social media, showing what appears to be a strange smoke ring. Oddly enough, they said that it appeared out of nowhere, and detailed that the area they were hiking in had no signs of anything burning. At first they thought that it was just smoke, but said that it didn't change shape and appeared to be following him. Interestingly enough, this isn't the first time that one of these has been recorded, and there's some who think that they aren't just smoke, but suggest that they are something unknown. The hiker managed to take some close-up photographs of the object, with this one being one of the clearest, but as of right now, they aren't sure what this thing is, saying that they haven't seen one since. Oddly enough, others have said that the same thing has happened to them, and that they seem to appear out of nowhere. Smoke rings, also known as toroidal or donut-shaped objects, are a rare but intriguing phenomenon that have been witnessed by many people over the years. These objects appear as perfect, smoke-like rings that seem to float effortlessly in the sky. They have been reported all over the world, from the United States and Canada to Europe and Australia. One of the most famous sightings of a smoke ring object occurred in 1957 in Fargo, North Dakota. Two police officers were on patrol when they saw a large, smoke-like ring in the sky. They described it as being about 100 feet in diameter and perfectly formed. It floated silently across the sky and disappeared after a few minutes. Another notable sighting occurred in 1979 in England. A man named Peter Paget was driving near Stonehenge when he saw a smoke ring object hovering in the sky. He pulled over to get a better look and saw that the ring was spinning rapidly. The object then shot off into the distance at incredible speed. Despite the many sightings of these smoke rings, scientists remain skeptical of their existence. They argue that smoke rings are a common natural phenomenon and can be produced by volcanoes, wildfires, and other sources. They also point out that many of the reported sightings of smoke rings could be explained by other phenomena, such as clouds or atmospheric conditions. However, there are some researchers who believe that smoke rings are a genuine phenomenon and that they may even have advanced origins. They argue that the perfect circular shape of the rings is not something that could easily be produced by natural causes, and that the objects often exhibit unusual movements that cannot be explained by conventional aircraft. One theory about the origin of smoke rings is that they are advanced propulsion systems used by advanced spacecraft. Some researchers speculate that the rings are created by a technology similar to the Alcubierre drive, which is a theoretical method of faster-than-light travel that involves distorting space-time around a spacecraft. Another theory is that smoke rings are a form of cloaking technology used by advanced spacecraft to make themselves invisible to human observers. This theory suggests that the rings are not the actual craft, but rather a byproduct of the cloaking technology. Despite the lack of concrete evidence to support these theories, smoke rings remain a fascinating and mysterious phenomenon. Whether they are natural or extraterrestrial in origin, their perfect circular shape and unusual movements make them a compelling subject for researchers and enthusiasts alike. Although skeptics have said these smoke rings are caused by things like fires, Many of the eyewitnesses who've seen and photographed these smoke rings have said that there was no fires near them when the encounter happened, and it's for this reason that some researchers have suggested that they're linked to the unknown. Unidentified objects have long been a topic of fascination and intrigue for people around the world. These strange aerial phenomena have been reported for centuries, and while many have been explained away as natural or man-made objects, there remain a significant number of sightings that defy explanation. The modern era of sightings began in the late 1940s and early 1950s, when a series of high-profile sightings and encounters sparked widespread interest in the topic. This was fueled by the emergence of new technologies such as radar and jet aircraft, which allowed for more detailed observations and measurements of the phenomena. Although researchers have pointed out that sightings of mysterious aircrafts go back thousands of years, and detailed that ancient civilizations reported encounters with mysterious lights in the sky. Over the years, there have been countless reports of sightings, ranging from simple lights in the sky to intricate craft with advanced technology. Many witnesses have reported seeing strange lights or objects moving in ways that defy the laws of physics, including sudden stops, sharp turns, and incredible speeds. While some sightings have been explained as misidentified natural phenomena, such as meteors or weather balloons, others remain unexplained to this day. In some cases, witnesses have reported physical effects such as burns or radiation sickness after close encounters with these mysterious objects. Despite the wealth of evidence and eyewitness testimony, mainstream science and government agencies have generally been dismissive of these sightings, often attributing them to hoaxes or misidentification of known objects. However, there have been notable exceptions, such as the US military's investigation into sightings. In recent years, there has been renewed interest in these aircrafts, driven in part by the release of previously classified government documents and the emergence of new technologies, such as drone cameras and infrared sensors. The US government has acknowledged the existence of a task force, and many countries around the world have released their own reports and investigations into the phenomena. One of the most intriguing aspects of these sightings is the possibility that they may be evidence of extraterrestrial life. While there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, many enthusiasts believe that the advanced technology and unusual flight patterns of these objects suggest an intelligence beyond human understanding. The search for evidence of advanced life has been a driving force behind many of our efforts to explore the universe, from the search for habitable planets to the study of astrobiology and the search for signals from intelligent civilizations. The possibility of these objects being evidence of alien life only adds to the excitement and mystery of this search. As of right now, these objects remain one of the most fascinating and enduring mysteries of our time. While many sightings can be explained as natural or man-made phenomena, there remain a significant number that defy explanation. So, what do you make of these unsolved mysteries? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.